Hey everyone, welcome to OC's Daily Meditation, where you can come every day and get a short 3 to 5 minute meditation in, followed up by an affirmation to help you have a positive day. So what we're going to do is we're going to sit up relatively straight. We're going to take a nice deep breath, and then we're going to focus all of our attention and awareness on our breathing for the next 3 to 5 minutes. If your mind starts to wander or get distracted, it's okay. Simply use that as a reminder to bring your awareness and attention back onto your breath. And then after 3 to 5 minutes, I'll gently bring us out of that affirmation. Okay? So what I'd like to do today is I'd actually like to start with our affirmation or intention at the beginning here, and then we'll move into our meditation. And I'll have a few words after the meditation is complete. So our affirmation or intention is going to be, please lovingly show me the truth. Please lovingly show me the truth. Please lovingly show me the truth. Okay? So we're going to take a nice deep breath, and we're just going to focus our awareness on our breathing and consider our intent and our affirmation. Please lovingly show me the truth. Alright, and after 3 to 5 minutes, I'll kind of talk about that for a couple minutes. Okay, let's get started. Alright, that completes our meditation for the day. So our intent, our affirmation, please lovingly show me the truth. It's really good. I really like to sometimes present these very open-ended intentions or affirmations, because what it's going to do for you is it's going to bring new insights, new awareness, new clarity, new wisdom to your life in a way that's most appropriate for you. So when you're saying, show me the truth, what does that mean? Well, it could mean anything, and it's going to mean different things for different people. But whatever is appropriate and necessary for you at this point in your life is what will show up to give you new insights, to give you new clarity, to new understandings, to see something in a little bit different way. And when it happens, it'll feel like an aha moment where you really learn something new, and it'll feel good because you'll feel like you gained something beneficial. More understanding, more clarity, more wisdom. Okay? So that's the reason it's good to sometimes do these open-ended intentions, affirmations. And I'd like to share with you a story as well when I did this in the past. The reason that I included the word lovingly, and instead of saying just present me the truth, is because sometimes our lessons come and they can be kind of difficult. So years ago, I worked as a massage therapist for 5 years, and this was probably, I don't know, maybe like 4 years ago or something like that. I was working at a Massage Envy, and at this point in my life I had a lot of free time. I didn't have a family yet, so I was able to meditate for like an hour every day. I was having a lot of spiritual growth, just kind of like working on understanding who I am within and understanding the world around me. I was reading a lot of books, meditating. It was just a point in my life where I really wanted to focus on spiritual growth and gaining wisdom and understanding. And I was lying in bed one night after meditating for like an hour, and I started to pray, and what I was praying for was, teach me how to love myself unconditionally in the truest sense. Now, I had a good self-esteem. I liked myself. It wasn't like I was, in a bad place, but I just knew on some spiritual level that the majority of us don't truly love ourselves in a way that's unconditional. We let things outside of ourselves impact the way that we feel about ourselves. So I was praying and I was saying, teach me how to love myself unconditionally in the truest sense. Okay, so fast forward to the next day. Normal day, I think my shift was like 3 to 10 p.m. at Massage Envy. I had my last client of the day. It was around like 8 p.m., probably 7:30, something like that. And I'd never worked with this lady before, but we go in and start the massage, and like maybe 8 minutes into it or something like that, she said, I was working on her shoulder, and she's like, that feels weird. Can you switch up your technique or whatever? Which sometimes people want more or less pressure, that kind of stuff. So I checked in. I said, oh yeah, no, is the pressure okay? She said, yeah, the pressure's fine. It just something feels weird about it. So I keep going, and she's like, no, it still feels weird. So I'm trying to understand, and I said, all right. I was like, well, what about when I was working on your lower back? Did everything feel good there? No. She's like, yeah, that was fine. So I tried to switch up my technique or go a little bit faster, slower, to try and meet. I couldn't understand what was wrong exactly. So a couple more minutes into it, and she says, I'm sorry, you know what, don't mean to hurt your feelings or whatever, but this massage it's not good, and I'd like to end the massage. So at this point, my ego is like crushed, right? And I said, okay, that's fine. I'm sorry, you weren't enjoying it or whatever. I'll step outside and meet you out there and walk you out or whatever at the end. And not only was my ego hurt just from this one-on-one interaction of somebody basically saying like, hey, you're not good enough at your job, but I also had to go out and like tell my manager like, hey, the lady didn't really enjoy her massage for whatever reason and she wants to end it. There's a bunch of other therapists around too, and that are walking up and down the hallway, so like other people see this and it feels like, man, everyone's going to think I'm not good at my job or something like that. So it was crushing. My ego was hurt. I felt bad about myself. And when you think of it in a big picture, like, who cares? Somebody didn't like your massage. I had so many other clients who would come to see me, like, particularly because they liked my, work. Um, but yet this one bad interaction, and I was just like, my ego was really, really hurt. So, like I said, that was my last client of the day. I had, 3 clients prior who loved my work, and yet I walk out and drive home feeling just really down. And then in an instant, like, it hit me. I said, oh, this is it. This is my opportunity. I asked for this last night. I prayed to learn to love myself unconditionally in the truest sense. And this was my opportunity immediately. It showed up fast, quick, and effectively because it was a great opportunity. Now, I kind of laughed at that point. Like, I was feeling down still, but I kind of laughed like, wow, that came quick. I prayed for it, I asked for it, and here's my opportunity right out the gate. Now, I didn't immediately feel 100% better. It still took a little bit of work, but it gave me that insight, that clarity of people outside of yourself or circumstances outside of yourself being able to have an impact on how you feel about yourself and how silly it is. Like, why would I love myself any less or beat myself up because one person out of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of massages didn't like my massage? It's silly, but things like that can crush our ego. So it was a great learning experience, and that's why I presented our intent and our affirmation this way. Please lovingly show me the truth. Because after that, I continued to work on my spiritual growth and ask for help. Yet I started to phrase things a little bit differently and use words like, please gently show me the truth and things like that. Because our lessons will show up, and sometimes they're big, powerful lessons that will be difficult to deal with and will really speed up your spiritual growth. But you can also have smaller lessons that aren't so difficult to deal with that will still aid and keep you on that track of spiritual growth and understanding. So yeah, that's my story, and the interesting thing is, even telling you this story now initially was a little bit difficult because sometimes it's hard to admit weakness or we always want to show ourselves in the best light, but it's okay to talk about vulnerabilities and things that have hurt you in the past or made you feel down or not good about yourself. It's okay, and hopefully if I can do that, make it a little bit easier for you guys to know it's okay too. That's the goal of all of this. I want you guys to be happy. I want you guys to love yourself unconditionally. I want you guys to show up for one another and to be connected and to know that we're all in this together. Alright, thanks for joining me, everybody. I love you guys. I support you. Thank you for watching my videos. Hopefully they are helping you, and if you're liking them, go ahead and subscribe on YouTube, hit like. If you're watching on Facebook, follow the Facebook page, tell your friends about it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for our next edition of OC's Daily Meditation. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.